Welcome to Community Forum. My name is John Goliatino, and I'm your host. This evening, we're going to be talking to old friends of the show, the Exchange Club of Danbury, right?
Right.
And I've got Terry Whalen. He's the president, and we got Bob LaFavor, an old friend of mine for at least 25 years, and he's going to be doing the history and the scholarship of the club. And then we've got Jim Russell, who covers the area of fire, police, and scouts. So I want to welcome you to the show. And as is our habit here on this show, is to introduce you, do a little self-introduction on yourself, and how you got to this position, how, as much as you want to say or as little as you want to say, but keep it under 2 minutes. Okay, so again, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Okay. Terry, you're on first.
Terry Whalen, I'm current president of the Danbury Exchange Club. I've been a member for about 10 years and been just very enthused about the quality of the Exchange Club and what they do for the community, and been actively involved. And
we'll get into specifics, but just
okay.
In
the past, I've visited with John as general manager of the Danbury Westerners, which I retired from a couple of years ago, which gave me some free time to invest in broader community activities. And just looking forward to working with a lot of great guys. We've got the members have been there for a long time at Exchange. They have great programs of service, and just looking forward to the next year or two.
Okay. Bob, a little bit about yourself.
Bob LaFavor, born and raised in Danbury, retired teacher.
Yay!
And almost 40 years ago, I was invited to become a member of the Exchange Club of Danbury, and I really enjoy being in this club. It's
God
just
bless you. 40 years.
Just almost 40 years, and I've served as president twice, and right now I'm secretary, and have been for a long time, and I've been on just about every committee in the club. And the programs of service are fascinating. They're just fabulous in this club, and that's one of the reasons why I'm staying on, and I'll be here all the time for Exchange Club. I made some wonderful friends, some great contacts, and you really learn about the community and the service club like this. You really do.
Thanks for your service. Jim?
Yes, I'm Jim Russell. I'm fairly new to the club, just a couple years now.
And I want to congratulate you on your recent promotion to Fire Marshal.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome.
And it was part of my job, or actually an award that I was so lucky to receive a couple of years ago. It was a Firefighter of the Year award, and which got me interested in the Exchange Club. When I saw how they did things here and the quality of people that were in the club, I was attracted to that, and I had been looking for some way to give back a little bit, and ended up with the Exchange Club, and I'm really happy I did.
Thank you. Again, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Terry, can you give us a little perspective on the club? And you started a little bit in your intros,
Yes.
But tell us what's up, lately, or maybe give us a calendar year. These are generally what the projects are during the course of your year.
Sure.
All right. When's your calendar year start? Is it around October 1st?
July 1st.
Oh, okay.
So it runs 10 months, and I'm sorry, it starts September the 1st and runs 10 months.
Oh, okay.
So we get the summer off, July and August. But we don't get the whole summer off because Bob has a fantastic steak roast that he hosts at the end of July.
He interrupts the summer.
Yeah, and it's something that everyone looks forward to. It's an always outstanding event, so we look forward to that. But the Exchange Club is a very proud 67-year-old organization. Currently has about 35 members, and at least half of them have been president of the organization. So they're dedicated and they're knowledgeable, and they know what's going on.
And they've got X number of years of service, which probably exceeds the number of years that the club's been around.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
On the 60th anniversary, there were about 8 presidents that they had a picture of, and it was over 400 years of service with us. So it was just incredible. And the purpose of the club, the main focus item is prevention of child abuse. So we're very active in the community. We work with the family and children activities, and most of our effort goes to that. Joe Pepin is our biggest advocate, and he runs all the programs for that. So we honor the very important parts of our life for the fire and the police and the scouts, people that are dedicated to improving the community, keeping us safe. And so we honor them. We motivate our students with scholarships. We give recognition. One of the few clubs, there are about 30 clubs, exchange clubs in Danbury. We're one of the few clubs that honor the Gold and Eagle Scouts with the awards every year. And those are just outstanding young people coming through the program. We give the scholarships to the young kids. And one of the other big events that Bob LaFavor is responsible for is Veterans Night. And Bob will get into the history of Veterans Night, but it's an outstanding event, just outstanding people. They're anonymous neighbors, friends and neighbors that you may not have ever known when you're in the military.
There's how many clubs in Connecticut?
About
is it?
30 clubs in Connecticut.
30 clubs in Connecticut. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
Okay. And
we're constantly recruiting new members. Recently, we got active with the Greater Danbury Chamber of Commerce. We wanted to get in and share with the chamber, let them know the can-do attitude and just what Exchange does. And we're trying to recruit our membership. In the heyday, we had over 100 members. Today, we're down to about 35. And it's because there's so many things pulling people in different directions with younger families and trying to keep them active.
Well, getting involved with the chamber is one way of doing it, because you're right there among the midst, so there's 1,000 members of the.
Exactly.
So
yes.
That's one way. Another way is getting on a TV show like this and talking about the fact that hey, you're doing out there. You might be sitting on your couch. There's a worthwhile group to get involved with. And,
right.
When do you normally meet?
We have 25 meetings a year.
Okay.
We meet on Thursday nights. We meet at Vespucci Lounge.
Okay.
Lodge, and it's a dinner meeting. And 20 of those meetings, we have programs of service, like the fire, the police, the students, the scouts, the veterans, just all kinds of special events, but 20 different activities. The board of directors is comprised of 10 full-time directors, officers, I guess would be a better phrase. And we meet once a month for 10 months out of the year. And it's really a guidance and direction board, very active with the 20 programs that we have going. You can imagine what that's like. So,
but you do have something every month, right? I started asking you on a month-to-month basis if you get like
yes.
a rundown or whatever.
Well, Bob will get into that a little bit, but we have the veterans coming up, and students follow that. In January, when the kids are on break from college, we do the Eagle and the Gold Scouts. And we have the citizenship with the middle school. And we have the Student of the Year with their, from all the high schools in Danbury. So they all submit an essay that's evaluated at the district level and selected for a scholarship at the end of the program. So it's very good. We do have 2 overall major fundraisers. And one is our ad book that we do every year. And this year we're fortunate enough to have a very dynamic Jim Russell, who's the chairperson.
Okay. And
Jim's knee deep in it, up to his throat now, I think.
Do you do that before your dinner? At the time of your dinner? You do the ad book and all?
Yeah, most of that's carried off at the board of directors meeting.
Oh, okay.
But we report back to the members at each of the dinner meetings.
No, I'm saying the booklets. Do you do those at each
Absolutely.
at each of these programs where you honor somebody, or is it the one big dinner that you have? I'm just trying to get it focused.
Sure. Yeah. Each of our 20 programs of service, we hand out the guides.
Oh, there's a guide. Okay.
Yeah, it's an ad book, and it's handed out, and it gives a short history. Bob, I think, will cover more of that.
Okay.
But it gives a short history of Exchange.
That's ambitious, though.
Yeah,
to
right.
say the least.
Yeah. And our other, Joe Pepin and Bill Morlock, have been running a raffle for the Exchange Club for the last forever, it seems to me. And it used to give away 4 tickets for the Final Four, the Big East. Well, the Big East is for the basketball, but that has kind of evaporated, and still running the raffle. And last year was financial, monetary winnings, and it went very well. And we'll be doing that again. So those are our 2 major fundraisers.
Right, and they're actually ongoing, because as you do the programs of service, that might be like every other month you have one, or you might have 2 in a month.
Exactly,
Right? Okay.
absolutely, yeah.
So
with
like
20
I
of
said,
them.
that's ambitious to have that, all these booklets here. But you're
Yeah.
doing.
And just to have the people to run it, as you can imagine, it's the same people doing the work, and with 35 members, with 20 programs of service, it gets to be kind of busy.
Yeah, get a little busy, to say the least.
Yeah. One of our new programs is called Excel.
Okay.
And it's a program wherein the high schools can have their own exchange club. And it's mentored by the faculty, and it's also participated in by exchange club members. And the kids can form their own club with their own objectives and guidelines. And we're just wondering, with the right peer pressure, just what might happen to class participation, graduation rates, grades, people getting involved in schools. So
Wherever you have leadership and service, you usually have a better student body.
Exactly.
I would imagine.
So, and as you said, John, this is a great medium to get out to the people of the Danbury area and let them know what Exchange does. And if they're interested, they can please pick up the phone and call. We have a website and email.
What's your website?
It's danburyexchange.org.
And your email?
Email is danbury.exchange@sbcglobal.net. John Rooney is our VP.
Okay.
He receives most of those.
Okay.
And Dick Murray is at the end of the phone for our exchange.
You want to give that number too, in
If I could.
in case there's somebody sitting at the edge of the chair there. Hey, I got to
Just
get
give
involved in one of these things.
Right.
Okay.
Dick's phone is 203-744-3734.
Okay. Very good. Can I talk to Bob now?
Absolutely.
I'll come back to you.
I think I've spent all my nickels.
We'll come back. Don't worry about it. Bob, tell us about your expertise. It says resident historian and club secretary. So the resident historian sounds like you're.
I live here.
You know everything
I-
about Danbury, right?
I do. I was born and raised in Danbury.
Okay.
And incidentally, we do have some wonderful sponsors to local organizations. But the Exchange Club is a service club.
All right.
And it was founded in 1947. In 1947, there were a group of,
This is a few years ago.
I was 9. There were a group of business people, businessmen in Danbury, storekeepers, accountants, doctors, dentists, lawyers, who got together and were friends and decided to form a service club. And at that time, they elected the National Exchange Club. And they started to meet at the Mad Hatter, which is the Rascal downstairs at the former Hotel Green. And in 1947, well over 100 people, men at that time, from Danbury formed and were chartered as the Exchange Club of Danbury. In the beginning, in the first few years, they met weekly and just discussed business.